Hello. Hi, I'm CGR and this is CGR Documenting Day 3 or 4. Anyways, today I'm wearing red blue light filter glasses to filter blue light because it is very late, around 10. So, today we'll go through 4 things. First is the progress, second is the perspective, third is the mission, and fourth is the setup. Okay. So, my progress, I of course still the same. Do not feel that I am doing enough. I think I should have had earned millions of dollars by now. I should have had six packs by now, although there is some serious progress going on. Not enough, little bit, but yeah. Also, I should never miss a shuttle in badminton. I should be able to lift hundreds of kgs, 100 push-ups. So that's how I feel. But of course, I should have had 1 million subscribers by now. At least I should be posting daily. But of course, I have not even posted one video this week, not even last week. I posted one last month. That's really unsatisfying for me. Although contextually there is some progress maybe that I have made. So yeah, not good enough yet. No, not good enough. I should have had a girlfriend too. Oh, bhi nahi. Not good enough, yes. Progress has to be made. It will be made. Second, now how am I still okay with, like, how am I living with realizing that I have not made progress? Like, once you dream it, there is a thing. If knowledge is a curse or it is a blessing, most would think that knowledge is just a blessing, but I will always also say that maybe it's also a curse, because if you have the knowledge and you do not do it, then you're cursed by it. If you know all the business tactics, if you know how relationships work, maybe if you do, I don't, and if you're not engaging in it, then maybe if you know the importance of religion, if you have the knowledge of something and you want to do it, and if you're not doing it, then maybe you are cursed by it. So is ignorance a blessing? Maybe in some contexts, but not necessarily so. Paradoxes of paradoxes. So the perspective that keeps me going and keeps me enlightened is that every single thing that we do, that we act, that we can, every single thing that we have goal of, every single thing that we have a goal of. Hello. 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 I hope it's recording. Every single thing that we every single thing is a skill. Charisma is a skill. Playing badminton, of course, is a skill. Making a design is a skill. How to talk to people is a skill. How to make people love you. Hard to say, it's a skill. Art of seduction, there is a book on it, so it's a skill. Now, the opposite, before I say the right perspective, let me go in the opposite direction. So, if it is a skill, how can someone have that without practicing that or ever failing at that? Yes, it's same like the how a rich child has money when he has not worked for it. It's simple. It has been programmed to him. It has been given to him by his parents. The same way, many times, most of the times, skills are very transferable. If your parent is confident, you will be confident. In my observation, it may be otherwise, but in general, as I have observed, that if parents are very loving, very compassionate, very grateful, very accepting, the feeling of being loved, then the child is the same. And when parents is very confident, etc., the child is also very confident, etc. So just like money is passed on, these skills are also passed on. These are not so hard skills, so it can be programmed in childhood and it continues to our adulthood. Now the perspective is that they also learned it. They also learned it. And if something can be learned, it's a skill. Every single thing is a skill. Even charisma, you say, oh, the person is charismatic, oh, the person is loving, oh, the person feels lovable, etc., etc. Everything is a skill. How? Charisma. What does a person do who is charismatic? He talks to everyone, he greets everyone, he smiles at everyone, he remembers people's names, etc. How is a person loving? He calls, he greets you, he opens the car door, he buys you gift, he smiles at you, he asks how your day was, he tells you about your day, he listens to you, he doesn't interrupts you, etc. Then you will say that person is loving. If we do all those things and we do not think, so if you can learn to do 50 things and then you call it a greater skill, then it can be learned. And if it can be learned, it's a skill. And if it can be taught, it can be learned, and I can learn it. That's the thing. If I will do it 100 times, I will get better at it, and eventually I will get good at it. So it's a skill. The third, my vision. So as I talked previous day, change always happens. Like there are two kinds of, like in the evolution we are taught that one is a biological evolution that happens from the nature, the natural evolution, and the second is a cultural evolution. I tend to differ from all the great scientists that it should be called technological evolution rather than cultural evolution, because I feel that culture never changes anything. It's the technology that changes the culture. I feel that. So it should be called technological evolution. And how does technology change? You see, fire, wheel, motor engine, steam engine, electricity, bulbs, Uber, Ola, Zomato, everything is a piece of technology, and it changed human nature. It changed the way we interacted, it changed the way we acted. Contraceptions, then internet, websites, porn, games, online games, 4D, AR, VR, all of these change our behavior. These are a piece of technology that brings about cultural change. It's not the other way around. Feminism did not, in itself, was a cultural movement, it was a technological movement, if I may. No human create change. Like women did not came out like today we will be free. No, it was contraception measures and basic motors that were developed due to in washing machines and mixers that gave them free time to do things, rise above the Maslow's hierarchy. That's the thing. So it's always the technology that actually influences anything. And recently I kind of feel that all the technological revolutions that are happening, they are moving people away from each other. So if we can, I know it will be much more harder and even impossible for someone, because of course it's that it will be much easier for people to scroll, open my phone, click here and scroll on Instagram. It will be much easier always maybe to scroll Instagram than go out and play badminton with your friend, and it will even cost us more. So it will be a challenge, a very big challenge, but maybe it is not impossible. Maybe if it, even if it feels impossible, maybe there is a way that we can figure out to bring a positive change using technology. Let's see. So that's something I want to work on. I know it doesn't seem profitable at all. It doesn't seem like we are, if whenever we go against human nature, always be it will always cause obstruction. Like all the most of the weight loss programs, most of the health apps which promote health, etc., fail or incurring losses, etc. Most of these initiatives, they always fail because it's much easier to and spend 2 hours here. It's much easier. So but the more impossible it seems, the less competition there will be, maybe. Let's see. And the last but not the least, my setup. So last day I was recording the screen and apparently my phone got switched off. I don't even think that there is a footage available. I have not checked, but yeah. So I ordered a monitor live, monitor and UPS live. I ordered it. The monitor is arriving on Thursday. Today is Sunday and UPS is arriving tomorrow. And I'm gonna buy this thing. Wait for it. Yes. Ding. This will be my new setup. So right now, if you see back there is, let me show it to you. So that's my current setup. It has Acer Aspire i5 10th generation, no, Acer Aspire 5 i7 10th generation with 12 GBs of RAM and 2 GB of graphics card, which is technically fine but not great. So we are buying the Mac Mini with, which is like at least I think 10 times better than my current setup, and my current setup does almost everything for my work in a fine way. Not super fast, but it's fine. So I will keep this laptop as well, and there will be a big monitor there. Of course, I will show you next week. Big monitor there, and I am thinking that I will put the Mac Mini down there and UPS also down there on that thing, whatever that's called, and we'll connect everything there. Let's see. I think this is a great investment because I'll be able to do more, that which is what I actually want. Do more. I want to do something about my situations. I want to do something. Yeah. And of course, other things. There's one light here. There's nothing. There's nothing. There is. This is a mono mic. This is a mono mic. It costed me around 10, I guess. That's another mono mic. It's for, I've kept it for recording directly from to make tutorials, but of course I have not made many. It's like 6 months there and I've barely used it. Someone may call it a waste of money. I may even call it sometimes, but I know that it will force me, and I am on to it now. I will make videos. I will do the thing, do the work that it takes. Yes. Other than that, yeah, that was a good chat, I guess. You can also wear this thing. It's great. It improves the sleep cycle. Deep sleep, I guess. The REM sleep as well. Other than that, I'm just figuring out how I'm gonna use laptop and the monitor at the same time there, because my mouse can connect to 2 devices at once, but my keyboard cannot as of moment, I guess. So I will have to use the laptop's keyboard, and one place it will help me, I guess, is when Photoshop is doing the thing. When Photoshop is doing its thing, I can maybe run Photoshop at 2 places in the same time, and let's see, do 2 things at the same time, which will, maybe I will edit my own videos at the same time and run Photoshop for my clients at the same time, and when it's processing, I will do here. When it's processing, I will do here. Kind of that. So I have got a new company. They are really great. I am like their retainer, and overall their niche, I don't like their niche as such, but the skills they have, what they are able to produce, what they are helping me get to a next level, that's totally extraordinary. Most of the clients I had worked with, they were like, just make something for the video. Whenever the views didn't get, they didn't know how to direct me. There was no learning for me as such. Here I get money as well as learning much more. So yeah, I'm learning as much as possible. I'm trying to make things work. Also, I've discovered a very good strategic offering working with them. So that will definitely help me in this business. Also, of course, I want to do more. I want to be more. I want to be great. I know there's a difference. There's a humongous difference between good and the great. And I want to be great. But I also realize, last but not the least, I realize your heroes are not gods. They're just common people who got good at one thing by literally sacrificing everything else. Your heroes are not gods. They are common people who got good at one thing by literally sacrificing everything else. Hope you didn't think of me something, although I do not give a fuck anymore. So, tata, bye bye, future CGR.